and apologies for any croakiness. So it was a good night last night, but I'm kind of feeling the effects of it this morning. First Christmas party of the season. Yeah. So anyway, let's get into Banished. I'll explain what's going on here. So hello everybody, and thanks for joining me. This is the first episode of Sal Plays Banished. This is a great little indie game. I love it. I'm just really enjoying it, and I picked up with some people on Steam. We were chatting about some stuff, and I was told that there's an impossibility. Apparently, it's impossible, so everybody believes, to get every achievement on one map. So that's exactly what we're going to set out to do. In combination with that, I'm going to attempt to do it with every setting on as hard as possible. There's a challenge on Steam to try and achieve mountain men on map seed 2, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to call my village Eam. I'll talk more about that as we go, but let's just get started first. So I'm going to, for this first episode, it's going to be on pause while I just set up the village. If you want to join me while I set up, then feel free to watch. I'll be chatting about what we're doing, the map, all that kind of thing. If you just want to watch me play, if you just want to watch the gameplay through, then feel free to skip through to the next episode. I haven't made the next episode yet, but it'll be there shortly. Right, let's get going with this map first. Banished is a tough game, and let's see, we're going to need some reports to know what's going on. Let's get set up here. We'll put the map over there. We're going to want to keep an eye on the events log, and certainly at the start we're going to need to see the resource limits. We're also going to need to see the town statistics. Okay, so like I say, for this first, should be a short episode, I'm just going to set up the town, get all the buildings in the right place, get ourselves set up. It's to achieve all these goals, or to achieve the achievements, I'm going to have to be very precise with the placement of everything. So once we've got everything in place and ready for these guys to go, then we'll run a proper game. But for now, I need to plan out this town so that we space is going to be at such a premium, and there's a couple of things that once we place them we can't remove them later. So let's get going. Right, quarry. I want to get the quarry in, I think if I put it there, I should be able to fit a road in all the important places. We need to be able to get a road right around the bottom here, and we can. So we couldn't move it any further down there. So, but we can get a road around the top. So, can we fit some of the essentials up here? And if we do that, can we? I don't think we can get a road here, but we're not going to have many people walk there. I've had a go on this map just to make sure that I could get so I could work out what the efficient use of space was, and I've been able to play a little bit of it. Okay, so we would need a road there. I'll put one in for now. I don't want them to build it yet. Let's keep it orthogonal. here we're going to want to have a woodcutter. Let's make sure we can fit one in. We can. Do I need a road behind? I don't think I do. Going to need a storage barn though. Let's use a road, not because I'm going to put one there, but as a guide. So I'm going to want my storage barn butted up against that, I think. Okay, so if we've got a storage barn there, and while I'm thinking about it, I'll just remove that road, because that's just a guideline. And next to the storage barn we're going to need the woodcutter. Now will this fit? Yeah, good. And next to the woodcutter we'll have a storage piece of hard standing. What's it called? A stockpile. Okay. So that's our quarry in place. Next to the quarry we're going to want a tailor. Oh, I'll tell you what, my head's bad today. Right, so we'll get that there. I'll put that on pause as well. And now that I've finished getting that road in as a guideline, I'm going to take that out. The villagers prioritise building roads, and I don't want them to focus on that at the moment. Right. Something else that we need to be careful of is where we place mines, because once we've got the mines in, we can't remove those either. And I'm going to want my first two here. Let's see. That might be just a bit far over, but we'll try it there. Is there a pathway through? There might be. Okay, so I think that's as close to the edges of this cliff as I can get. And we're going to need two of them. And we'll just have those right next to each other. So next, in front of the mines, we're going to want the road. So that means our road's got to run there. And again, we'll just put that in as a guideline for the moment. So we'll want a bridge there. That bridge will help to define our start point. Next to the road we'll want a blacksmith. Let's see, so I think, yeah, we can fit a blacksmith there. And next to the blacksmith we'll want another road crossing here. Actually, I don't need to put that road in. It's the bridge that I need to... oh yeah, no, I need the road to tell me where the bridge is going to be. Okay. So there'll be a bridge there. And I should be able to fit, if we had a road here, should be able to fit a couple of houses there. Let's just check. So we want these houses side on. I don't think I can fit more than one. Let's see, so we've got 4. Oh no, we can fit 2. Alright, let's have a look at what kind of house we might like. Well, that would be a good one to have on this edge, maybe. Although if we do, we can't fit the road. And they walk... yeah, I think for the time being we'll just have the one. And a nice one to have... we'll go for that one. We'll have it. See, bridge starts there. Enough gap for people to walk down the side. We'll put that there. We will have more houses, another house here, but we can put that in later on. Oh, let me remember to pause that blacksmith. And another thing that I want to get in place, we'll have houses here, but we can build those later. Sorry for the croakiness. Out here we're gonna have, yeah, let's get this in position, because this takes a little bit of careful positioning. The road will run round the edge here. We can put that in a little later. And then we want I want a storage barn. Let's see. It's not going to be right up to the edge here. It's going to be level with a dock. So, but if I put it right down the bottom there, can I pin that? Yeah, I can. Good. That doesn't help. Okay, let's pause it so I can see it. And then we're going to want a fishing dock next to it. We want the fishing dock as far forwards as it'll go, so that it's as much in the water as possible. Okay, so now we can align the barn with the fishing dock. So we'll remove the barn that's there. And we'll put a road in front of the fishing dock. That'll be a guide for the barn. And then the barn we'll have right up against the quarry path. let's remove some of these roads while I think about it. So I want to remove that one. And I want to remove this one. Once I get a house in down here, we'll be building this house quite early on. Okay, how does that look? Let's see. That's quite a nice house to have side on. Okay. So we've got some of our main components in down here. And let's remove the roads that we have over this side. So I just want to leave those bridges in place for the moment. We can't pause the road. Okay, let's zoom out. I want to put in some sort of little wilderness hubs. Key to our survival is going to be gatherers. And so we need to get them in the best possible position. And they can't gather on the hills, so we might as well move it a little bit further down. And that's probably about as good as we're going to do for here. We'll just pause that for the moment. Next to the gatherer, we want a forester. And the forester will make sure that the wood thickens up, and as well as providing us with logs. The forester's going to really help this gatherer. And we may as well, let's see, the forester can't go any further uphill than the trees that are pretty much already there, so we might as well have them go as close to the river as possible. We'll put him there. I say he, these could equally be she's. Let's see. The other people that we're going to want out here, we're going to want a hunter's lodge. Now, can we may as well just have one hunter for this whole area. If we were to put one up here, let's just see how that would work. Actually, there is some land. We could maybe support 2 hunters. Okay, let's do that then. I like to leave a little gap between these buildings. We don't need to be terribly efficient with space when we're placing these production buildings, because allowing the villagers to walk between them will help with the efficiency and will give much more places for herbs to grow and trees to grow. Let's see, what else did we want out here? Did we want a herbalist here? Probably not in the first instance, but we might a bit later on. I'm gonna put a couple of houses let's see. So these are going to be quite close to this cart. Usually I prefer to put my houses on the far side of the production buildings, but we're going to have a lot of villagers using the houses to get warm, so I'll have one down this end. And which one shall we have? That looks like a nice little forest house, do we think? Maybe that one. Okay, have I got that lined up right? I thought I did, but yeah, a little bit of OCD, let's just check that's right again. So that'd be good. We're going to need another one. So the other one I will put the far end. And to help me position that, I'm going to put a road in. This road I'm not going to remove, because I will want them to build this road straight off. Okay, I'll keep it on this side, and then if we decide to put a herbalist in, there'll be room for them. Now we're not going to see this house very much at all, it'll be forested in no time. Okay, so 2 houses, a hunter, a gatherer and a forester. Am I missing anything? Herbalist, maybe. Forester. Right, none of those others are going there. Let's just check. Hunter, gatherer, got those. None of those. Storage barn is reasonably close by already. Right, yes, so I think we're finished with that node there. That hub. Up here, we're going to want to do something similar, but we're definitely going to want a herbalist up here. Let's start off by... let's find the overlap with the foresters. I thought I could pin that. Okay. So we now want another forester over here. It's no good putting him too close to that mountain. We may as well move him closer to the river. And an overlap's not a terrible thing between the 2 foresters, because for the time that the foresters are most important to us, I probably won't have I won't have both of them full anyway. Okay, so we'll get... hang on, which way around did I just put him? I think I just put him the wrong way around. I want to remove. There he is. Okay, get him back again. Yeah, I want to turn him that way around. Same place. Bring him down the mountain towards the river. There we go. So about there. Right. We're going to want a gatherer over there, so again let's keep that one open. gatherer will go there. And the hunter... yeah, he's got quite... it seems to have a bigger circle, a bigger area of effect than the others. We don't want him quite back to back. Let's leave a little gap. If I'm moving one forwards, in fact, if just tuck him into the mountain there. And we'll put a couple of houses and barn and stockpiles and things up here as well. We can do that when we start bringing this area into use. Okay, so we're going to want the same sort of thing down here. What have I got highlighted here? Is it the gatherer? Yeah. We'll pin both of those. I think again we'll have a big overlap, and some of the buildings that we've already put in are going to encroach on the territory, but it's the nature of this challenge. Okay, so about somewhere like that. And actually I'm going to put the gatherer in first, because they're just a little bit more critical to us. So we'll get them positioned as perfect as you can get. I think that's probably as good as we're gonna get. Oh, and actually, because it doesn't... just thinking, do we actually want the road to be able to just run straight across? Because it must be close. Just have a look. Yeah, no, it's not close. We'll not do that. They're going to be mostly walking in and out of this area here anyway. Okay, so that's the gatherer. Let's put in the forester. To support the gatherer and to give us the logs that we need. And down here, again, we're going to want a hunter and a herbalist. Let's get the herbalist first. Just leave a bit of a gap for them. And the hunter. Have I got that line? There we go. About there. Again, we'll want a couple of houses, but we'll be able to lay those out as we progress to this area. So now we have our 3 foresters, 3 gatherers, 3 hunters, and 2 herbalists. That gives us sort of our crucial setup. Next couple of things that we want are see how... Oh, that road is quite in line already. We're going to want this road coming down here, but I think I'll do all of those once we're ready to go. We'll do that live. Just make sure everything here is paused. I don't want them running off and doing things that are not essential to our start. Getting through the first year is not the first winter. It's not the easiest time in Banished, although at any time it can be quite easy for the village to suddenly go into a collapse. You kind of start at a crisis point and you work your way out, and then you will try to avoid any more crises and manage any crises that we have, because we're bound to have some. The game will engineer that for us. And then we'll get on with some of our next goals, which is to achieve all of the achievements. So I'm going to show you where we're up to with that. We have 0% achievements, and we want to achieve all of them. I think there's 19 in total, and some of these achievements require that we play the game in a less efficient way. So things like is it the dunce achievement? The uneducated achievement. So we've got to reach a population of 300 citizens without building schools. My approach to Banished in the past, where I've been successful, I've always built schools early. There's a couple of others, like we can't put in any we can't put in a trading post until we've reached at least 300 citizens. We can't build crop fields, orchards or pastures until we have 400. And there may be a few other restrictions on our early game. Now this one on this map is quite difficult. I might put that in first. So the Golden Gate. To be able to achieve the Golden Gate achievement, we're going to need a really long bridge. There it is, 53. Right, we're not going to do that for a long time, but I just want to reserve that space and make sure that that we can build that bridge, because that's crucial to being able to achieve all of the achievements. So that's our second goal. First goal being to survive and to continue to survive. Second goal being to achieve all of the achievements on one map. The third goal being, might not achieve this one, it won't be a problem if we don't, but is to make sure that every villager who dies ends up in a graveyard. So I want to see if it's a low priority target, but I want to see if it's possible to, in a tough challenge like this, can we keep the graveyards up to speed with the villager population? Right, so I think we're pretty much set up and ready to go. We've got plenty of more land yet that we haven't allocated for use. So there's opportunity to spread. But I think we've got our starter village set up there. So we will know what we'll be doing for the first couple of years. So I think we'll call this video, this episode, to an end at this point. Just a short one, and then we'll get going, playing the game in the next episode. So thank you for watching.